Cumberland Community Park has been transformed into a safe space for families and people of all ages to experience. At the northern entrance of the park is the Cumberland Park Community sign. This allows people driving by to become curious, drawing them in to see this new space. Walking into the entrance is a winding path that leads you through a sensory garden on this side here. All of this would be a sensory garden. This encourages visitors to fully immerse themselves into a sensory experience. And running west this way would be a wildflower trail that will consist of native plants and pollinators. And throughout the trail are butterfly wing stained glass sculptures, birdhouses here, and of course patterned lights. The sculptures relate back to the transformation of the park, the new beginning and beauty that can be found here. This is also a seasonal greenhouse butterfly garden off the C.H. Moore building. This can be attended to and maintained by A&D students. Moving further into the path here is a rain garden, and that will be this kind of indented space here. And this will capture runoff stormwater, reducing the amount of unfiltered dirty water that presently flows into Muddy Creek, causing much pollution. A pavilion right here. Along with grills on each side, lies next to the rain garden, allowing for events, gatherings, and relaxation and shade. Moving towards the center of the park, you will find a restrooms building. There we go. You'll find a restrooms building here. Closer to the children's activities, of course, for convenience. And in the southeast corner of the park are sports courts, which is one basketball court. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. One basketball court and two pickleball courts, of course, with seating around for spectators and players. And moving along the curved path here, you pass a information sign, so you can, see what is around the park. And then you come to see a community garden over here. That also has the butterfly wing sculpture and an outdoor classroom that will encourage educational opportunities for the community. And here's a sign actually for the community garden. And then moving along this path, you come to the bridge that leads into Muddy Creek, overlooking the revitalized portion. Here will be new plantings that will make the creek healthier. And kind of moving through that, down towards the center is the natural play area. And splash pad over here. Oh my goodness, the trees. The playground is a combination of natural and modern elements, and this theme is actually seen throughout the rest of the park. It has a camping log cabin retreat feel to it, with a stream being the splash pad that the kids can actually play in compared to the real creek that's on the other side of it. The ground design actually is purposely made to imitate a star, and my thought was that it was exploding, creating these abstract fractals that are seen throughout the main pavement in the park. And it's actually also seen in the pavilion and in the butterfly wing sculptures. Yeah, and the main pathway will actually consist of sustainable concrete, and the walkways through the garden portions of the park will be compacted pea gravel, adding to the sound and texture of the sensory experience. This is an overall view of the park, so you can kind of see where everything is in relation to each other. Here, let me turn off the trees. There. Without the trees, you can kind of see everything better. Yeah, so once again, this is a place for people to feel safe, learn, and enjoy, unifying all who come to Cumberland Community Park. That is seen in the front here with Unity highlighted. Thank you.
Good morning, you guys. My name is Takendra Carey, and this is my site. It's called Family and Fitness, Fitness and Family. This site is basically just about living a happy, healthy lifestyle, getting back into shape, and also spending time with the close ones, with the ones you don't see, the ones you see every so often, just spending time with one another. I know there's a lot of things going on in the Black community today, and I feel like family is the most important thing for us right now. So this is important. I feel like this site will bring a lot of families together, and I feel like it will bring a lot of healthy people, old, young, in a wheelchair, not in a wheelchair, it really don't matter. This site is good for all people. So we're gonna start on the west. This is the east side. So we do have this little study area right here that I did with half concrete, half grass. We have some modern seating. This area is basically and before I even start this, this is half finished because I do need help to execute my designs and just go further. Like, I feel like I have the idea, but I just need obviously my Chris to help me execute it, which I know he will. So I don't really, I'm gonna stress about that. But anyways, back to it. So this is like I said, my little study area. We have some modern seating right here. You see my man's right here. And then we have some little lounge. What is it called? Not lounge, but love seats right here for that intimate conversation if you want to have with yourself or if you want to have with somebody to be really intimate. I do have them one way, other way, one way, other way, like reverse ways because safety issues. This one last name is supposed to be this way, so I'll change it afterwards. I just really noticed that as I'm speaking and doing and record. And I do understand it's by a really major road right here, which can cause a lot of distractions, but some people really like road noise, like cars on roads. Myself, I don't mind it. I feel like it helped me concentrate a little bit more. So if you're one of those people, this spot would be great for you, girl. Like this spot is really nice. It's really nice. A little bit more decor, a little bit more something else. I feel like this area would be to the T. And mind you, like downtown is like 2 minutes away, and T campus is probably like 5 minutes away. So this little area right here can be a nice area for pictures too, because in our generations right now, like pictures is a thing. So given that modern chic look, this is the area for pictures. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna go on to next. So like I said, this site is basically based on fitness and family, being together, living a happy, healthy lifestyle, that life that we want to give back to the Black communities and other communities as such. So I decided to incorporate little exercise stations throughout the whole park. So we do have something like this back home where I'm from. We do have a park that have exercise stations like everywhere throughout the park. So I'm like, you know what? That is really nice. I don't feel like Greensboro has something like that here. So let me incorporate what I have back home and bring it up here. So I feel like this is gonna change. Like, it's free, anybody can do it. Like, it's okay. Like, as long as you have somebody there to help you. I'm even gonna incorporate a sign right here that's gonna let you know how to do it, what to do it, the instructions on what type of exercise that you're gonna be doing and what is gonna help, what it's gonna, like, you know, when I say what is gonna help, what is gonna help with your body, like what muscles is gonna be, you know, helping out. So next I have I just let you guys know I have several trash cans that includes a recycling bin and a regular trash can throughout the whole site. I feel like recycle and reuse is really big, especially because we're trying to do this, we're trying to make this part very natural. So I feel like recycling bins should be a must on this site. It should be a must. So next, we're still keeping a natural play. We're gonna have this children's maze garden. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the words out. This is a children's maze garden. I feel like this is so cool. Like, if I was a child, I thought I'd spark it up, put some more items in there and kind of like do my thing or whatever. This middle spot is definitely gonna make it pop. It's gonna give the kids something worth going through all this maze for. As you can see, I have my buddy right here because I wanted to let you guys know that this maze is very is suitable for kids. Like, even though he's floating right now, but it's good for kids. Like, it's not tall at all. Like, some pieces, like the outside pieces that I noticed right now, they're still a little up, but it's nothing for me to push those down, so you guys can get the idea of that, you know. And obviously if you have like a toddler that's probably like this size, you obviously need to go in there with them to, you know, for them to get that experience since they're not old enough to do it by themselves. But I feel like this is really nice for the children in the community. I feel like they're gonna love this. Some of them probably just gonna jump over it. You know, if you're old enough, you can do that. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with this garden, with this little maze garden. I feel like it's a good incorporation to the site. So definitely gonna give that there. My Muddy Creek, well, I'm just gonna point that out right now. My Muddy Creek is obviously gonna be revamped, renovated. I just have it brown right now because I really don't know what I want to incorporate right now. This, like I said, this video is just what I have on my site right now. So maybe in the end, some of these things that you guys see in this video is not gonna be here. I can already tell some stuff is not gonna be here, but this is just to show what I have right now, what I've been doing the past week or so. Right here we have another exercise station. This is for pull-ups. This is for like the chest area. I know that because I like work out now, and I connect so much to this site because I'm also on my own fitness journey, and it's something that I swear I should have did like 2 years ago, but it's okay because everybody started their own pace, and it's nothing that you should just be like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna just get up. And it is nothing that's gonna happen over time. Like, you're not gonna get fit tomorrow. It's definitely something that takes time, and that's why I wanted to get back to the community and just give something that nobody has to pay for, because I pay like $25 for my gym membership. So I know that if this was a thing on the site for real, I would obviously go out there and use this. It's so much things you could do. You could do those solicitations. You also can even run around the site. This site is big, like, it's huge. So run around this like 2, 3, 4 times. I'm good. Probably 2 times. I'm good. Again, I have another trash can right there, recycle, reuse. So this is obviously not what it's called, but I do like the way that this is set up. Don't really like the colors, but I do like this park sign. I wanted to use something like this, but I put this here just to give you guys an idea of I what I wanted to put in my design. Something like this for the entrance, welcome to Cumberland Park, family fitness. I might just put that in cursive at the bottom right here where it says entre, and this is in Spanish. But yeah, so this is basically, I know, hopefully I don't see any like pros. I have a lot of pros. It's right there instead of it being like all the way in the back. The park sign is right here where people are going to turn in to go into Cumberland Park. So I feel like that is like chef's kiss. But I do know a lot of, like I said, a lot of traffic goes on to these streets right here, and it's a possibility that maybe this can be knocked down or something, but I'm hoping and praying that that's not the case. Just kind of like letting you guys know the do's and the don'ts. So you have this little walkway, so we're gonna go to this third exercise equipment that I have on the sides. Those look like, I think this is a leg, it's a exercise exercise for your legs, leg bar. I think I forgot what it's called. But, again, I have the instructions right here just to let you guys know how to do it. What is it called? Like all that. So I'm gonna take you guys down this diagonal line that I have against across the whole site itself. So this is our idea. This is it's a nice idea. You have a little, I want to say like a little walkway with some shade on it, and then I'm gonna add extra trees right here just to give it kind of like that cave look. And during like different times of the seasons, we can like dress it up a little bit. So for instance, if it's Christmas, we'll have Christmas lights on the poles and on the trees, and giving that like winter wonderland, especially when it snows. It's gonna be gorgeous. But I put this in here just to see how it would look, and I kind of like it. But if it were to just drag out the whole like way, then that will be like awesome. I really love it. It has, as you can see, is people engaging underneath the, I don't want to call it a cabana, but underneath the covering, and there's some seating there as well. This would be a nice little gesture, a little modern gesture for the site. It's really nice. It's just a I know it could get pretty hot in Greensboro, so during the summertime. So I know this is something that's gonna like, catch somebody's eye to just sit under. And it's like, even if you're sitting right here, you can watch your kids play, watch your kids play basketball. Even if you're feeling like curious for the splash pad, you just watch your kids watch your kids from the splash pad right here. It's really nice. It's really nice. I really like it. But like I said, I just wish it was longer. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm just letting you guys know what I have right now. So we do have this little pavilion cookout station. Well, not station area. It has some seating on there. Again, another trash can. And it also has a grill because, people love food, and I love food, and we love a cookout and family time. So why not? So I think this is perfect for this area, especially this area doesn't have nothing like this. Well, it does, but it's kind of like, yeah, it needs to be revamped. So for my favorite part is this really cool playground that's made out of logs and out of a freaking tree. This is so nice. This is really nice. It's just, I know kids are gonna freaking love this. I would even love it. You have the monkey bars, swings, like this is really, and it's made out of a tree to keep that natural play. You have a little section right here that goes inside the tree. So this would be even cool because now you have a little tree house. And I found that to be really cool. And I really like this idea. And I really like this as a whole. This playground is very cool. And then we're gonna go over here to the basketball court, which is just a regular basketball court, very big, and have gate. I put a gate around it. Can't see it anymore. I don't know why. Can't see it, but it's a gate around it. Just to secure like any balls or anything that's probably going to go flying or whatever. But this is a really nice basketball court. It's very huge from the one that we see there now. And my last workout station, and another trash can is gonna be right here. This is, like I said, I'm just trying to make the community a better community. I'm trying to break generational curses. I'm trying to do something different from a lot of other park designs. And lastly, this is a little splash pad. Yeah, 30 Warehouse really need to get together with the splash pad. I can't wait so I can create my own items to put in here. But splash pad obviously needs a little bit of help, but that's what we're working on. This is just something just to let you guys see and let you guys know where I'm at. So that is pretty much the whole site that I have for you guys. Like I said, this is what I have right now. I feel this design really helping out people in this community, really helping out even A&T community, just really helping the people out. And I really love this site. I really love the idea. I really love the story. I really love how I connect to it. I adore a lot of this stuff. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you.
I am Carrington Light, and this is my project called The Drop of Change. The idea came from the fact that Greensboro is going through this change that is starting to become noticeable to make the city better and make the people happier. And I found that something similar is that all these parks that they're remodeling or building is showing this change that Greensboro's have, whether it's the features or the colors used, the design, and I wanted to show that in my design. So it first started off with changing the neighborhood with the Cumberland Park redesign, not Cumberland Park, but the Cumberland Project, which basically changed the whole layout of the neighborhood, made the zonings better, housing better, living situations better. It may have been the beginning of this change. So that is where my idea came from, the drop of change. So it has these big droplets, little droplets that come together, and this look of like a scatteredness, unpredictable movements. So moving to the entrance of the park, We have this wave-like design going through the pavement with different colors. And we also have this wave seating implemented in the walls. So people can sit here, but it also creates this like illusion of these waves when you're kind of walking by. There's pedestrian lights set up. There's some seating for people who just want to enjoy the park or talk to their friends and have some shade by the tree, kind of just enjoying the scenery. Right next to it are these cubes. This is going to be concrete cubes. There could be like little stamps or hook things that people can use to put their art on. This was the idea, to have people to put their art on each side or one side, whatever the case is. People have to walk through them to get to these other pathways, so they're seeing other people's art, which can help promote the community to come together and enjoy things. And that moves on to the next circle right here, which is empty, but when people come together to have these selling events, marketing events, they can set their table up around the center, well, not the center, but the edge of the circle. In the middle is where people kind of cross over to view this booth. You might have a booth over here, a booth over here. But like I said, just bringing the community together, but allowing students from A&T to express themselves a little bit more when it comes to their creativity side. This is a light stand right here. Kind of just lights up this small area. I picked this because it made me think of the splash that the water has when it does make contact with more water, and I like that. Then you move over here to the small fountain that you can kind of step on when it's like maybe too cold to go visit the creek, or if you don't want to go down to the creek, you can step on this fountain, kind of walk across and maybe sit on one of these. And it also is right next to the gym, so if like somebody's coming in and they're about to start their workout, they can sit here, look at the equipment, think of the plan they're about to do, or they can be coming out of the gym space and coming to sit down here in the water. Maybe there's kids on it and might hear the laughter, just kind of having like a rest place. Again, there's shade provided over here because when you're working out, you get hot, and on sunny days it will get even hotter. Then coming over here is this little small dog park that people can have their dogs come. I might add some fences around it so you can have like protection for the people around the dog park. But it's this little small hill, and you can kind of just let your dog do whatever they want there. Have the people bring their toys and enjoy outdoors with their pet. Here we have this like toddler type playground. The playground right next to it can be used by smaller kids too, but this is just for kids that the parents, just like let them have a little bit of fun outside, but they might be too young to play around rocks, and they don't want to get scraped up or jump off this little mound. Anyway, that little kids can get hurt. So it's just a small little sandbox. Anybody can use it. There's these little wooden seats inside, so the parents can sit inside with the kids, and this little cross space, this little slide. Just a little activity for kids. I feel like the sandbox alone allows kids to have a lot of playtime because they can bring their own toys and they can mess with water in there, and I really like it. Next we have this splash pad, which involves stone, and it's like a little dip. It's like a little pond area where these stones will be sitting in, splashing water out. I feel like there will also be water coming out of these ends as well. So it's just sprouts of water. Have a little pond in the middle kids can run through. Then we move on to these log benches that parents can sit on, kids can sit on. It's a small height, so kids can sit on it if they want to. So these rocks are sittable for the most part. Did it away? Okay. And again, we have another mound. I like to put these mounds in the design because I've noticed in every Greensboro Park there's some type of hill or figure that kind of represents a hill. Maybe it might be like the one in downtown Greensboro where it's used rubber, like rubber tires that make the hill, or the park next door is actual grass mounds. So I wanted to keep that tradition. I want to make it a tradition where Greensboro's, like all Greensboro parks, have this mound in their park, or some type of dramatic elevation change. Here's some swings, and again some more little tunnels they can run through. A beam, a balance beam. Then moving over, we have a grill area. This woman is kind of placed everywhere because I was trying to look at scale. I'm not really using her as people to represent the park, but it's just a scale figure so you can see how everything is looking when it comes to size. This is a grill area right next to the basketball court, because usually when people go grill, they're also enjoying the time at the basketball court. It's usually a family thing, and there's enough space to have probably like 2 families, or you may have just one in the middle, but 2 grills. You can split the space in half, or have one family member cooking over here and another cooking over here. And then moving on to the entrance of how you're going to enter the creek, have this little seat, this swing that adults is targeted for adults that just want to listen to the water, maybe, or not go down in there and just enjoy time up here where they can just sit, swing back and forth slowly. Kids can also use it, but it was placed for adults since kids have a playground right next door. Now you enter this creek, and then you enter this other side of the park, which is very similar to this, just more private, for people who want a quieter space away from the playground, away from the events, away from the gym, kind of just tucked away a little bit quieter so they can enjoy their time at the park as well. So that is it for the drop of change, and I hope you enjoyed.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason McMillan, and I'm here today to show you my Cumberland Project Park concept based off Muddy Creek, the actual creek that runs through Cumberland Park. Let me show my screen. So here we go. So quick summary. The main concept behind my park is based on Muddy Creek, which runs along here and goes into Woven Park, and then also goes into North Carolina A&T Apartments at Aggie Point across the street from Carver Hall. And so that inspired my concept and how I wanted the pedestrian walkway to be like a flow of water. And also incorporated in the concept is a flow of water that's pumped throughout the site. So yeah, here we go. So first off, now the main entrance, my opinion, the main entrance is like right here. Is here where I have a pavilion and the basketball court would be at. I still put all my side furniture in it, but that's like the main entrance because a lot of A&T students who come to use the basketball court comes from this road, which leads towards that. Yeah, that's Bluefoot Road that leads towards Dudley Building. And so yeah, so that's gonna be like main entrance. And because of that, I'm gonna have incorporated a pavilion was Wi-Fi. So that students who want to go outside but don't want to play basketball can watch people play basketball and do homework at the same time. And so as you go to the site, yeah, here will be my, but let me turn it on first. Yeah. Here will be my bleachers. I'm gonna have bleachers with benches, bleachers with covers. So when it gets shady, get hot, you be in some shade. I'm gonna have a water fountain behind them. Pavilion that enters with the grill that enters into the creek, the natural playground, with water that flows through. Yes. And as you keep traveling, I'm having entrances into the actual creek. And within the creek, it'll be like a nature trail that will go along the creek in certain sections. And ideally, I'm gonna have a walk path along the creek so that people can go into the creek and actually go further into the creek, go into the coverts and walk along them. And the covert will go towards Woven Park and then along Muddy Creek towards Aggie Point. But there's an opening before you actually get to Aggie Point that's pretty interesting. I have not yet walked to, but I have walked under the covert, and that's actually lucky scary. But over here, on this side of the covert, people have done graffiti, and I would like to use the idea and like to make it like a graffiti art wall. So it'd be something interesting and attract people to come and actually art and not just like graffiti and just like, well, graffiti is art, but like more emphasis on like the art part. So inspire more people to actually participate and like make something like I don't know exactly the meaning behind it, but like a deep, deep meaning, like, yeah, and how proud about what it did. And have open space where like is legal, I think. Yeah. So along Muddy Creek, we have pavilions over pavilions at the covert, so people cannot actually walk into the creek can be able to sit down and look beyond the creek and have a full view of the creek and see how it flows and watch the children at the same time. Because that's like the best openings, because you can't really see children from outside the creek on the sides because there's too much vegetation, too much trees going on. So as you walk along the sidewalk, one of my elements I'm excited for is having a sound garden. In my first concept, well, my first finalized concept, what I have right here is a sound garden that can have the shape of A&T, the classic shape of A&T with an A on top, A on top, A in the middle, and T at the bottom. That's gonna go right here. Yes. And then around my sound garden is gonna be a stonewater runnel that runs through the entire creek. I have to make another altercation and change to my concept so that it'd be more like a naturalized creek, a more fluid, and what did Professor Chris say? Naturalized, something like that. That goes along the creek, along the park, into the natural playground, which I still have to add into this loading. Yes, it is loading. Towards the basketball court, adjacent to the basketball court in the pavilion with the Wi-Fi in the bathroom. And on the other side of the basketball court, and then other side of the splash pad. And elements of the splash pad I have to also incorporate and use because I don't like how the splash pads I do see, how they look. They just look too colorful and just, yeah. And also at each of the water pumps, if at each ends of the stormwater runnels, this will be a water pump, but above the water pump, it's gonna be a statue built over it. So it'd be like a seal of a public art statue. Ideally, something that's related to HBCU, since the neighborhood is adjacent down the street from North Carolina A&T, and then down the street even further a different way. It's like a short, it's not even that long of a drive, it's a good walk. Is Bennett College. But I may also incorporate other schools within Greensboro, since we in Greensboro, that's one of my concepts for Cumberland Park. So yeah, that's my Cumberland Park project. And here's where it was going to be with more site furniture, but I had to change it because like the flow won't flowing right. Is this? I hope it's still sharing. Yeah. So with my first concept, my first $1 concept, this was going to be. So like the pavilions. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have not incorporated it yet, but how I got like the circle here and how the circle here and the raised up. It's raised up to look like a stage, to resemble a stage because it's musicians and like especially band. That's why I got a sound garden. It can be a sound garden, and it's like a raised stage, resembles a raised stage. But like, yeah. And I did it to incorporate the A&T marching band, the golden A&T marching band. I do not know the name of the marching band at the moment, but yeah. And then right here, I'm gonna have on Lindsay Street, there's a mural that says "Say It Loud," and then I'm gonna add on to the mural and have a sign that says I'm black and I'm proud." Right here, as you can see in my previous rendering, I'm black and I'm proud. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And here's a more finalized depiction of what my site will look like, just changed. The natural playground, a pavilion with a grill, the basketball court with a covering over it, and bleachers were covered over them too. And a second pavilion for cookouts. Well, not cookout. Well, cookouts too and family reunions, but adjacent to the basketball court, and then rock climbing. One change I did make is that I'm gonna incorporate rock climbing within the national playground. Yeah, instead of having it off to the side. Thank you. My name is Jason McCurley, and that was my Cumberland Park project run through.
Good evening, my name is Sofia and this is my Cumberland Park redesign. I have multiple entrances throughout the park, one here, two here, this is my main entrance, and then there's one back here and one as well here as well. At my main entrance, the first thing you see is the Cumberland Park sign, as well as the skate park, natural playground, and in the distance you can see the basketball court. Details about my natural playground will be that there are mounds, these two large mounds on the outside and these two small mounds on the inside where children can play. There's going to be more natural play elements here and here and throughout this as well. And this is going to be the splash pad. Back here is going to be the grill pavilion where parents can come and sit and watch their children while they cook or just relax. All of the brown that I have throughout the site is planting. Right here is the entrance to a basketball court. And over here is, the bathroom, the public restrooms. There's going to be a seating area right here. And there's more planting right here and here, and it's going to be an open lawn. This is also an open lawn. Right here is a workout area where people can come and work out. Here is another open lawn where you can have things like soccer, just any outside lawn sports, field sports, excuse me. This is my kind of main feature in my park, which is this like creek boardwalk type of thing. You can enter here, and then you also can, there's six main entrances to the park or to this boardwalk. One here, 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 and here. But this is the main entrance, and throughout this, you can look down and see all down into the creek where that rock is. There's also going to be accessibility to get down into the creek to sit on the rock and spend time down there as well. Here is my community garden and my study area. I chose a study area because there this park is located near a college, and I know people like to sit outside and study. So it'd be nice to have a nice place where you could sit and study. Here is going to be a different type of lawn. I wanted there to be something soft that students can sit on while they do their homework. That's not just grass. So this is going to be, I forgot the name, I apologize. This is my community garden. All of these brown spots are plots where they're going to be food being planted here for the community, Cumberland community, to come and eat as they please. And back here is my sensory garden, like sculpture sensory garden. So here are going to be sculptures in these main areas. And there's another entrance right here along this main road. And more planting back here. And that's it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is my Cumberland Park redesign. I have not come up with a specific name for it yet, but I'm just calling it natural play design for right now. This is a top view of my master plan, of what I have so far, at least. You can see the basketball court and the pavilion here at the bottom, and the playground along with Muddy Creek, and a few walkways that I've made to Muddy Creek, and some interactive areas here at the northeast side of the park. This is more of a front view of the south side of the park. As you can see again, the basketball court, it's unfinished, doesn't have a fence around it yet, but it will. And the pavilion here, along with the playground, and I'll get into more of what this area is at the top in a minute. This is a zoomed in view of the basketball court and pavilion. You can see I put some benches and some bleachers around the basketball court, and there's no grill or seating area under the pavilion yet, but that will be there. There's the pavilion. This is a zoomed in view perspective of my playground. My plan is for the tree house to actually connect to the tree, but because of time, I just placed those 2D face me trees. I also placed some play areas here. I'm going to add some safety here at the top of these bridges, and also on these stepping logs. That way they're not as hazardous, but there's still some risk involved. This is another view from the cul-de-sac. I placed some built-in paving here, so that when people pull in and park at the cul-de-sac, you don't have to walk onto the lawn. You can kind of get out and have a place to drop off. This is an interactive sign and TP tunnels that I've created. From this view, you can't really tell, but I've made like a path to the right for the children, and you can see in these slides, the plan is for the TP, the arbor, the wooden arbor that goes between the two TPs, to have some sort of vegetation and planting that goes on that. And so I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but that is the plan. As you can see, I have these letters large enough to where a person can walk through them, and this is actually the paved walkway, and this is going to be for more of an adult. I believe that the height on that's about 9 feet tall, maybe 8 feet tall, so pretty much any adult besides Shaquille O'Neal maybe can walk through there. The next slide shows the walkway for the kids. So this is about a 4-foot pathway. I got this from my case study that I did in Dallas's class. The entrance to the children's park in the Frederick Myers Parks and Sculptures. The door, the entrance, was about 3 feet tall. It was just for kids, so that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty interesting. This is a look at Muddy Creek and just kind of the view that I'm trying to frame. I have not been able to place my walkway over the creek yet because I'm still trying to figure out how to make that bank and make a step down area to where that could walk across. And I also would like to create a artificial rock in here in this creek area, so that there could be some sort of like natural splash pad. So yeah, that's my project so far. Still working, but pretty excited about it.